I'm Lindsay Maloney, and this is the Book Your Dream Clients podcast. I built a 6-figure coaching business while raising my 3 babies and working a 9-to-5, and I'm here to help you break free from the hustle mentality that's been holding you back from reaching your full potential so you can know your worth, step into your own power, and of course, book your dream clients. Welcome back to the Book Your Dream Clients podcast. I am excited to share with you guys some ways you can get new clients on your calendar. So all you have to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy. All right, guys. So before I start with these ways you can get some new clients on your calendar, I wanted to share with you real quick that all of the information that I'm sharing with you today is also a training you can get when you join the Confident Coach Club. We would love to have you inside. Not only are you going to get all the ways that I've booked many of my clients this year, you're also going to get things like the one-on-one coaching pricing guide, which is a high-level training and template to make your coaching services stand out. You're also going to get how to plan coaching content. I know all of us are struggling and wondering if they should blog, podcast, do a video. I share with you how you can choose which one you can use as your content medium and then how to plan it. And then I also will go really deep into a case studies on how I booked my last 6 clients. I also have a workflow of 1 week to clients, which is basically going from everything that you need to have in place in order to start booking clients with one of my most popular and effective methods. And then you are also going to be able to dive into all of the guest expert trainings that we have available. For example, how the Enneagram can help you be a better coach with Tracy O'Malley, the secrets behind successful branding with Angela Garcia, and then how to create a schedule you love and have the habits to back it up with the wonderful Hannah Murphy. We drop in new trainings every single month. You definitely don't want to not be in the club. You want to join us. Right? So go to theconfidentcoachclub.com. So what we're going to talk about today is I've booked many clients throughout 2020. In fact, I think I've exceeded my goal of client work so far this year. And especially during the global pandemic and all of this stuff that we're going through, at first I was a little bit worried on how this would pan out. You know, and when March hit us, I thought, okay, how is this going to work for us? Well, actually, I've had the best quarters so far. My months, I keep exceeding. Everything's going really well. And I think that just is a huge testament to if you are a positive person, if you believe that you are here for a reason and that God will provide for you and bring you what you need to make your life what you believe it can be, everything will match up. I'm not the type of person to sink low and feel defeated. I always have a drive where I know that I'm here for a reason and I'm going to keep showing up for the people who need me. And I believe that that's why my business has continued to not only profit, but expand to help more women in the world do what they feel called to do too. So I wanted to share with you guys how you can get some new clients by just simply diving into how I booked 6 of my clients so far this year. And again, we really go deep into this in one of my trainings in the Confident Coach Club. So if you want more of that and you want to spend some time diving in and implementing all of these things, you can certainly go to the Confident Coach Club and join our club. So we're just going to go ahead and dive in. And I want to share with you guys, this isn't even part of the training, but I've booked 2 clients in the last couple of weeks. One client was from a past student or a current student, and she's been in my world for quite some time. And I wanted to share with you that it's that was a slow burn, right? So she came into my world probably over a year ago. She took my course, she felt comfortable, and she trusted me as her coach, and then she wanted to take it to the next level. So we're going to describe her as the person who, you know, like we see like the turtle and the hare, right? We have to cater to both of those personalities. And then we have the hare where I have a client who just started working with me. She found me on Google, and I've had lots of clients find me on Google. They're not even on my list. I have never heard of them. They simply found me and they wanted to work with me. So you're going to have people who are quick buyers, people who are slower. They take a little bit more time to figure things out. So we need to be able to cater to all of those behaviors. We can't count on just one thing, right? What if we counted on just Instagram to bring us clients? What if we count on just Facebook to bring us clients? Well, what if Facebook shuts down? What if Instagram shuts down? What if the algorithm totally flips you and you're not visible? We cannot count on one thing. We always have to have multiple ways. And if you've heard me before, you've heard me say, we need to have more than one entry point into our home for clients to come in, because they're all going to come in differently. I think every single one of my clients come in differently so far this year. So if we start with just client A, she came through Instagram. She wasn't on my list. And we didn't even have a discovery call. She literally just reached out to me and told me she wanted to be my client. And we just had the discussion via DMs. And our first actual real life conversation was on our first call. That was a first for me. I always go on a discovery call first, but she didn't even want to mess with that. She just knew she was ready. And then she signed on within a week of our conversation. So that, looking at that as, okay, good thing I show up on Instagram consistently. Good thing I'm myself on Instagram. I'm not trying to be like somebody else. I show my personality. I show business tips. I show all kinds of things, all encompassing. So I'm glad that I have that solid foundation on Instagram so I can bring people in just like this client here. Another way for you to book some new clients is through the method of organic marketing. So Pinterest is huge for me. We just dove really deep on my Google Analytics, and Pinterest refers so many people to my website, not just to my landing pages, which is on a completely different platform, lead pages, but they also send lots of traffic from Pinterest to my website. So having a strong organic marketing plan via Pinterest is going to be probably one of the most important things you can do for free traffic. So client B had discovered me through Pinterest via a blog post I created 3 years ago. Crazy, right? That's how important Pinterest is. It just pushes all of your stuff out continuously and works its magic for years. It's not like Instagram where you post something and then once they see it, it's gone. This is so important to have in place now. If you're not working with Pinterest and you're not sharing content and putting new content out every single week, every single day, you are selling yourself short, because this is powerful. This client came in because she downloaded a freebie that I created over 3 years ago, you guys. She was not on my email list prior to that. She simply downloaded that freebie, and then she applied for a discovery call about a month after she downloaded. It was actually my digital vision board, which I remember creating that. And sometimes, at the beginning of every single year since then, my list always explodes because of that one freebie. I remember creating it thinking, I don't know, I'll just see if this works. And it sure does. The next client I wanted to share with you, she discovered me through a masterclass, How to Create a 6-Figure Coaching Business. I have never done this masterclass live. I simply created it and set it up as evergreen right away because I knew that this was another method that people will come in to work with me. If I look at all of my students that I have in Stand Out Coaching Academy, 99% of them come in through a webinar, whether it's live or evergreen. So why wouldn't my clients come in this way? So I created I think this is actually maybe around a 30-minute masterclass. It's not a typical hour webinar, but it basically is a webinar where the call to action is not just, here's how you can work with me. Here are my prices. I actually don't even put my prices in there because since I change my prices probably once a quarter, a couple times a year, I didn't want to have to keep redoing the webinar. So I literally just say, here's the link to apply to work with me. And then they can go and apply and then, see if they qualify to work with me. So that webinar has been up for probably over a year. I actually have the whole template and how to set this up inside Stand Out Coaching Academy if you want in on that. But this client in particular, she got in through this webinar. The call to action is to apply, so she did. And then after she applied, she downloaded several other freebies after that. And then we got on the call, and of course, she started to work with me. If we look at that next client that I have, she came in because she saw an Instagram story and she simply followed the call to action. I have the call to action in the workbook in the Confident Coach Club, the literal screenshot on how this happened. She applied, we had the call, and she booked in that same day. So that was a quick one. I don't think she was on my list or anything like that. She was simply, again, following me on Instagram, and she decided that, this was the time for her. She felt comfortable with applying and working with me. And then, boom, we got a client. And then we have another client who came in through a video training series. This is probably, for me personally, I'm not a huge fan of the evergreen training videos because I feel like when people download things, they really just want a quick win. They're not like, oh, this is going to take me 3 days to do. I don't think that's a typical behavior of my people and not of me, certainly. It might sound exciting at first, but once day 2, day 3 comes along, you're like, okay, I'm bored. I'm either going to move on or I'm just going to ignore and delete. But this particular client did come in through that free training series. She downloaded lots of freebies afterwards. And then eventually 2 months later, she applied for that discovery call and booked in. So that took a couple of months, but she originally came in through that series. When you are booking in clients, when you're bringing in students and members and whatever you have in your business, I highly recommend you keep track of how they came into your world. It does involve a little bit of work as your business grows, but it's so worth it. Every time a new student comes in, a client, go into your email service provider, go into your contact section, put in their email address, and see how they first entered into your world, because this gives you insight as to what you need to do more of. And as you can see with the information that I just shared with you, everyone comes in differently. So if I only focused on having amazing Instagram posts, I would have just had that one client. If I would have just focused on Pinterest, then I would have that one client. If I would have focused on just a webinar, same thing. If I would have just focused on having amazing stories, same thing. And training series / freebies. One thing that a lot of my clients do have in common is they will download one thing and then they'll download a bunch of things. So that's kind of a flag for me, is when I see all of a sudden my inbox will just kind of burst, and then I'll see the same person downloading all kinds of things because I do have a freebie vault. So I'm always taking my clients on an adventure. I never stop offering them value until they don't want it anymore. I teach this over and over again. When somebody downloads a freebie from you, take them to a thank you page and then offer them more. Take them to your freebie vault, take them to your Facebook group, take them to an evergreen masterclass that you have. Go download one of mine to see what I do. Always take people on an adventure, so you give them a choice whether they can choose to get more from you or whether they can just hit the X button and move on with their day. Give them more because they want more. They're in the mode for getting answers. They're in the mode because they need help. So keep giving them help. The more we help people, the more we show them that we are the authority in this, and we can help them through this. We can help them achieve their goals. If we just give them a freebie and a thanks, here's the link to download your freebie, and then we're done, well, they're going to forget about you in about 2.5 minutes. I don't think we should just count on email to back us up with that, right? So a lot of us will say, well, we put them through a welcome series and blah, blah, blah. But what if you did more than that? What if you took that idea of, filling up their inbox with things and then also brought them into a community where you can actually have a conversation with them, or what if you brought them over to your Instagram feed or whatever it is, wherever you want them to be, take them other places, because it brings them along with you every single day. They can see that you do show up. They can see that you are showing up for your people. They can see what you offer, they can get to know you more. If you have a podcast, a blog, show them more things. That is such a huge trend with people, just binging on content. I'll have so many people who come into the group and say, oh, I listened to one episode and then I listened to all the episodes, or I downloaded this and now I want everything. So that's just what people are. So pay attention to your behaviors when you're looking for a coach, when you are looking for help, whether it's a program or whatever it is. How are you most likely to get in across that threshold into being a paid student or client? What did you do? What have you done in order to get there? And then emulate that with your business. Have multiple doorways for clients to come in to work with you. Give everyone all kinds of different chances, different learners, different buyers. Open up those doors. When we're sitting here staring at a blank calendar, we're wondering why we're not getting clients and all we have is a website and you post on Instagram, this episode should be a huge wake-up call for you to do more. Notice that a lot of this stuff that I just told you was things that either took me a minute to post or things that I took the time in the beginning to set up and then continuously reap the benefits from in the future. So I want you to think about that. If you have any questions or you need help, of course, you can join us in the Confident Coach Club, or if you want to take it to the next level and want to work with me one-on-one or in between and join Stand Out Coaching Academy, I have something for everyone. All you have to do is go to lindsaymaloney.com. But if you're just a faithful, lovely listener, I hope you come back and listen to the next episode. And I am so grateful for you. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Book Your Dream Clients podcast. I am so grateful for you, and I want to be sure you are a part of my free community. Go to dreamclientcommunity.com and join our free Facebook group. We have all kinds of cool things happening every single day, so don't miss out. Also, if you love downloading freebies, check out my Freebie Vault on my website by going to lindsaymaloney.com, selecting Freebie Vault, and there you can download all the things that will help you start and scale your coaching business. And if you're feeling extra generous, be sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next episode.